Okay, we're back and we're continuing on with the section on the alternative or hybrid, and now we're going to go into some of the particulars of the different services and fee-for-service or outsourcing. So let's get started on that. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the outsourcing possibilities. One is using a real estate agent to list your home on the MLS or Realtor.com, which is the MLS version online, and getting a discount fee. In other words, what you do is you simply have the property listed, it's in the MLS on Realtor.com, but you're not getting any of the other services from the agent. And these fees are available for pretty cheap. Most agents that offer this offer it at a very cheap price because they're hoping that they will get your business. This is something to explore as an option for putting your home on the MLS. However, you're not going to be able to track who's looking at your home like you'd like to. They're not going to be coming to you directly, or as I'll explain in the marketing section, setting up an 800 number where you can track who's calling and who's finding out about your home and getting a way to qualify them. So one of the outsourcing possibilities, discount MLS. Now, another outsourcing possibility is to get help with pricing of your home. Many realtors will offer you a free comparative market analysis, also known as a CMA. And it's a good thing to take them up on this offer. They're doing it in hopes that they'll get the business, understanding that there's a chance that they won't. But getting a comparative market analysis will give you a good range of prices if you get it from a couple of different realtors. It'll get you a pretty tight range to where you can put your price. You can also use websites such as Zillow, which is a home value website. There's other competing ones. You can go on Google and type in what is my home value or home value search, and they'll give you the other competing websites, or give me a call and we can go over that. Finally, if you really are struggling with the value of your home, there's some variations in your property, you might consider paying a fee and having an appraiser come out and appraise your property. This is a very reasonable cost in the Boulder area, somewhere in the neighborhood of $335 to $450 would be the cost of an appraisal. It seems like it may be a little bit more than you'd want to pay out of pocket, but if it's going to give you the difference of a few $1,000s on your actual sale value, that's well worth the investment. Now, another way of outsourcing, of getting your house, is on the marketing end of things. And there's something called Craigslist. You may be familiar with it. It's a website that has a lot of classified ads, and it's absolutely huge, not only for real estate, but for other things. In fact, Craigslist claims that they get close to 6.4 million unique visitors every month looking at their website. And that comes down to, believe it or not, 750 new viewers every second. And if you got that many eyeballs on there, you're going to get some people looking at your home. It's important for you to know that you're not going to know who those people are looking at your home unless you use a particular strategy. I've trained and I'm an expert on Craigslist and other classified or social networking type sites such as Front Door, Facebook, Zillow, other ones like that. So if you'd like some help with that, getting your home on those sites, knowing how to keep them at the top of the list so you're getting viewed the most often, and to track who's coming to the home, give me a call or contact me via email. You can send me an email to pleasesendmemore@gmail.com and just put on there Craigslist info, please, and I'll contact you and we can go over that. Another area which we're going to discuss in the marketing section and related to that is tracking and qualifying potential buyers of your home. Remember, if you're selling for sale by owner or a hybrid where you're doing most of it but outsourcing some of it, you are a salesperson. That's what you're doing. You're selling your home. So you need to know who are your prospects, who are your hot prospects, and who are you going to close the deal with. Who are you going to get the offer from and who you're going to take an offer from that's qualified to buy your home. So tracking and qualifying, I consider that to be critical, absolutely essential, and there's methods for that. We will cover that in the marketing section under FSBO. So Again, if you want more information on that, send me an email to pleasesendmemore@gmail.com and just put in the subject what you'd like me to go over with you. Another example of outsourcing comes in help with the contract, whether it's the receipt of an offer to purchase or the finalized contract after all the terms are laid out, or how do I put together the contract, what choices do I make in the different boxes. So you can get help from from either a real estate professional or a real estate attorney, and there are other sources that you can use to look those over. So a big one that I get asked all the time is help on negotiating. How do I negotiate the final price on my home? Am I going to pay some closing costs for the buyer? Am I going to play a hard line and keep my price where my asking price is? Or am I going to ask above it and take an offer below that price? Okay, so negotiation can be tough. That is something that I can help you out with by working with you. We can talk about that when you contact me, but negotiation is a big issue, and that is something where you can actually hire a mediator, negotiator, or a real estate professional to help you out with that on a fee-for-service basis. So, one thing I'm going to mention just briefly here, one outsourcing function that you have to consider very seriously is if a real estate agent who is acting as a buyer's agent, meaning they contracted with the buyer to help them find a home, if they are going to show your home, they're going to expect some kind of commission. Instead of waiting to find out what that amount would be, what you may want to do is proactively offer that to the real estate community, a 3% commission. Now I have a service where I can actually let all the realtors know in the area that you are willing to pay a 3% commission, and you may actually be overwhelmed with people coming to look and make offers on your home. That's also helpful because in a way you're going to get another function paid for, and that is the offer to purchase and the contract negotiations. A real estate professional will make sure that it's done correctly. So that's something you want to consider. We'll go into that in more depth in the marketing section. So this is Steve Higgins, known warmly as the Boulder Loan Ranger, also founder of myfsbo.me, a listing for Boulder area FSBO. But this resource is for anyone who is interested in selling their home, whether it's FSBO or with a realtor, and contact me at any time with questions.